Friends, first of all, I would like to greet you. Just day before yesterday, we are having the Bharatiya Navavarsh, Hindu New Year, and this festival of Navaratri. All of you know that there is another democratic festival in the offing for Karnataka, that is the ensuing elections. And in this context, I would just like to put forth certain facts what the Karnataka government under the leadership of previously Yadurappa ji, now Bommai ji is undertaking, and in the able leadership of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi after he took over around 9 years back. If we look, Karnataka is considered to be economically advanced state, a bright spot all over the country as far as the development parameters are concerned. If you look, the last 1 year, the state government's revenue has increased by 17% in just 1 year. This is a very significant achievement, and it shows that in post-COVID, now the economy of the state is coming in a significant recovery path. The gross domestic product in last 1 year has increased from 16,1100 crore rupees to 22,041 crore rupees. That is another significant enhancement in just 1 year. That is another indicator that how the economy is now going in a proper positive direction. The per capita income also increased from 2,43,722 to 3,31,981 in just 1 year. As far as the borrowing and the liability is concerned, the entire liability, outstanding liability of the state are 24.2%. That is well below the 25% as suggested by the Fiscal Responsibility Act. As far as the assistance and the devolution of the central government funds are concerned, it is in just 1 year increased by 25%. In the previous year, it was 29,783 crores. Now it is 37,552 crores. So another 25% increase in the central government's devolution of funds to the state. And in the other aspect of welfare schemes for the poor and impoverished sections of the society, in Kisan Samman Nidhi, 53.83 lakh farmers have been benefited. In Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, which was going because of the time of COVID, 4.34 crore beneficiaries have been benefited. In Ujjwala Yojana, 34.66 lakh households have got the benefit. And in this context, I would like to remind that our government, after the central government under leadership of Shri Narendra Modi came, 37 crore LED bulbs have been distributed, which is more than the population of the United States. So you can understand that on this aspect of ensuring power and electricity to everybody, which type of works has been undertaken by the government. In Ayushman Bharat Yojana, 1.26 crore cards have been issued, 4,000 crore has been dispersed, and 27 lakh beneficiaries in Karnataka have got the benefit of this scheme. Another important thing for poor section is the tap water in their households. 61.56 lakh houses out of 1.01 crore households in Karnataka have got direct tap water. And not only this, Karnataka has become an open defecation free state, and 3,585 gram panchayats are having a solid waste treatment unit. This is another major achievement towards the developmental aspect and the welfare schemes undertaken by the state government and the central government. Now, when we say that Karnataka is being considered as a symbol of development, I remember when I was in US at one point of time when Barack Obama was running for the presidency, in his election speech, he has said that we have to make our children work hard because we have to compete with Beijing and Bangalore. So this shows the level of reputation which Karnataka is having, so it needs the same level of infrastructure. So after our government came, 4 new airports have come. Shimoga, Kalburgi, Bidar, and Mysore was there, but for the namesake. Now it is fully functional, well connected with the international flights. So previously there were 4 functional airports, now there are 8 functional airports in the state. And as far as railway is concerned, another major breakthrough, the total electrification has taken place, and previously the allotment was 835 crores, now it is more than 6,000 crores. So there is 600% increase in allocation for the electrification of the routes. Expressway, you know, all major cities are well connected with expressways. Recently, Prime Minister has inaugurated the Bangalore-Mysore Expressway. And other than this, you might be very well aware that the first IIT Dharwad, as Karnataka has got it. In Tumkur, HAL has manufacturing the first helicopter factory. And for the international reputation of the state, you might be knowing that first time 25% of the latest iPhone 14 are assembled in India, and that too in the state of Karnataka. And more significantly, this factory has shifted from China. But one more thing, you remember, this was a factory in which there was agitation, strike, and even violent strike. And it is a question to think about the citizens, that why it is only happening to that factory which is shifted from China. And now Karnataka is become first state which is having the semiconductor factory first in India. And other than this, I would like to remind that Defense Expo has taken place last month, in which numerous dozens of countries were represented, but Defense Minister of 34 countries were here. This is not event for the first time in history of India, but first time in the history of world, that outside Europe, the Defense Minister of 34 countries were gathered, and India has become one of the exporting countries for the defense products. Our defense import has significantly came down almost 11% a year, and we have become now a country which is capable of exporting even the defense products like intermediate range ballistic missile BrahMos. So these are the significant achievements which the state is having. If we look precisely in Mangalore, the smart city project, if you look the expansion of the refineries, the plastic park, the further expansion of the Mangalore port, and you have seen a significant improvement in the facilities and infrastructure at the airport. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, who visited here after the previous unfortunate events also, is very much concerned and having, you can say, a personal, emotional connect from here. As I would like to remind, never before any previous government has looked into a very remote and deep areas of state, and they try to give them a proper prestige for the work they are going on. Like here, if you look at the Padma Awards, one Mr. Amai Mahalingam Nayak, who has converted the entire area of Slope Hill into a proper forestation with more than 750 trees. Never before you have seen that any such environmentalist is getting recognition by the union government. Another, you are very well aware about this Harikala Hazappa. He was just an orange vendor, and what he has done from his personal earning. Other than this, I would like to remind previously which environmental activists were getting the Padma Awards. Those were the so-called 5-star environmental activists, mostly of the left-leaning. They were less concerned about the environment, more concerned about creating disturbance. And sitting in the AC chambers of AC rooms in New Delhi, they used to get the privilege of these awards. But now, the people like Tulsi Gowda, who walked barefoot in the Darbar Hall of Rashtrapati Bhavan and got the Padma Awards and she belongs to a tribal community. That shows the level of insight the Prime Minister is having and the level of affection and attachment to those who are seen to be left out and standing farthest in the line. Another point I would like to highlight, after our government came at center in the last 9 years, there is a significant improvement, or you can say there is a sea change in the law and order situation. You all remember that there was a time when there was a terrorist attack in IIC Bangalore. And there was no place left in the entire country. There were blasts in Coimbatore, blast in Hyderabad, Trivandrum, Pune, Nasik, Mumbai, Jaipur, Nagpur, Guwahati, Bodh Gaya, Patna, Faizabad, Varanasi, Lucknow, Delhi, Chandigarh, everywhere. There was a situation when you were having, there can be a blast in a train and blast in a bus. There used to be notices in the public place, don't touch those things. There can be a detonator or something which can blast. Now, the entire situation in the last 9 years has seen a sea change. Now it is confined to just 4 districts of southern Kashmir, and Modi government has successfully done away with that. And we have taken all the measures from law and order to the constitutional and legal procedures. Like we have banned PFI. You also know that from Kerala to Kashmir, those leaders who used to reach New Delhi and with a red carpet welcome, now they come to Delhi on the cases in which they have to appear before NIA or ED. This is the change which has been brought by our government. Now, the questions or the news are not heard about the financial corruption or of any terrorist attack or explosion. The news comes of those leaders who trying to play a victim card on the issue of corruption, and those leaders who try to still defend those who are accused of terror and try to express sympathy to them. The previous government of Congress party here, you all remember that they removed more than 160 cases from SDPI. They released more than 1,600 people. Even recently, the cooker bomb case in Mangalore, a very senior leader of Congress party says that the person who is a prime accused, he is a sympathetic to that. And that fellow is like a brother. This is the typical characteristic of the Congress party, because they are not saying only in the case of Mangalore that the prime accused of terror is a brother. You remember they were saying Ishrat Jahan is a beti, Zakir Naik is a messenger of peace, Afzal Guru is a halat ka mara, there is a judicial killing of Yaqub Menon, and Burhan Wani was bhatka hua naujawan, and Tukde Tukde gang were the just bhatke hue naujawan. And the same people used to use such type of dastardly words for army chief like Sadak Chhap Gunda. So this is a clear indicator that the characteristic of the Congress is not changing, whether it is in Karnataka or whether they are giving a permission in Rajasthan for PFI to stage a rally like a political party. So we have brought a big change. And lastly, I would like to say, we are the party, whatever we say, we perform that. We walk the talk. And the other party always dodge the talk. They never do whatever they say. A lot of promises have been made a couple of days back, but I would like to ask the Congress party, you are talking about giving a monthly stipend to unemployed youth. The same thing you have committed in Rajasthan, 5,000 rupees per month. Have you provided? No. You are the same party who in 2018, I am remembering just 2018 because it was the same year on which Karnataka election had taken place. In 2018 in Chhattisgarh, the phrase used by Rahul Gandhi was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, within 10 days, all loans of farmers will be write off, otherwise I will remove the chief minister. The fact of the matter is, farmers have not got relief, full relief from the loans. Chief minister is still there, but Rahul Gandhi is removed from the post of Congress president. Recently, they were making so much of hue and cry that there should not be any increase in the petroleum prices. And you remember, recently they formed the government in Himachal just by a slender margin of 37,000 votes. In the entire state, the difference in the vote of BJP and Congress was 37,000, which can be in a state like Karnataka in just one assembly constituency. But somehow they formed the government, and within 3 weeks, they increased 3 rupees on petrol and diesel. So that shows that they represent the crisis of credibility in Indian politics. And BJP, under the leadership of Sri Narendra Modi, represents the element of credibility in Indian politics. So finally, I would like to say that the people of Karnataka is now seeing the only hope in Bharatiya Janata Party, from development to welfare, from cultural pride to prosperity to security. We can say BJP is only hope. I think what is said in Kannada, BJP ye bharvase hai.
कर्नाटक में अभी 40% का कमीशन का एलिगेशन है, उसे ओवरकम कैसे करें?
There are two things. First, I will give a technical answer, then the political. Technically, if somebody has asked for bribe, it is a crime. And somebody committed a bribe, it's also a crime. If somebody is saying that he has committed bribe, it is a crime. If somebody is hiding the name, it is also a crime. So, anybody who has said like this should come out categorically with a proper complaint. Otherwise, that fellow, technically as per the law, is trying to hide or subjugate a crime by not divulging the details. This is the technical position. And as far as those are concerned, there are certain technical aspects in that. There are certain contractors who has got in the previous government in whatever manner. But I want to ask a question. Why the Congress party is having so much sympathy with the corrupt contractors? Second thing, this is the party which belongs to 85% commission. It is as per the submission of late Prime Minister Shri Rajiv Gandhi that if 1 rupee starts from Delhi, only 15 paisa reaches to the beneficiary. It means this was an acceptance by none other than their Prime Minister that 85% commissions are there. And third thing, previous government of Congress party has tried to dilute the powers of Lokayukta. They tried to done away with ACB. So as far as the corruption is concerned, their credentials are much, much worse, whatever they are trying to project. Is that in the garb of secularism, the communal, so-called communal politics have been given a very distorted presentation. As far as the using of the loudspeaker is concerned, several high courts of the country have said they are banned. You know, still you might have heard the news that even in Saudi Arabia, it's not allowed on loudspeakers. The biggest Muslim country of the world, Indonesia, doesn't allow a loudspeaker, but it only happens in India. And not only this, it is made an issue. And as far as the love jihad is concerned, I would like to remind who coined this phrase. It was not by RSS and BJP, it was Mr. V.S. Achyutanandan, the Chief Minister of Kerala. On the basis of what? On the basis of an STF report submitted to the Kerala High Court, in which they have studied around 5,000 cases. And they said that this seems not to be a normal cases of love affair between young boys and girls. There seems to be a systematic approach as per the report of the Kerala police. I'm saying that in 1995, Simi has taken a project that the middle class and upper middle class girls of Hindu and Christian community should be targeted. So everything happened outside the ambit of so-called RSS, BJP, and now they're trying to put the blame. I just want to, why they are not standing with their own government submission. Next, I would like to ask, can you name a single political party who is right now raising slogan in the last 25, 30 years? Much, much ahead than when BJP formed even the first government. Have not faced any charges of corruption? Before 2014, Rahul Gandhi ji and Sonia Gandhi ji case of National Herald started in October 2013 by Delhi High Court. Delhi High Court admitted the petition and issued the show cause. So many CWG, CG, forget about that. Sri P.V. Narasimha Rao was the first Prime Minister who has to appear before court of law after he left the Prime Minister post. Sri Rajiv Gandhi ji was the first Prime Minister who came under the suspicion, and those who are signing the petition. Lalu Prasad Yadav ji went to jail in 1997, much before even the Vajpayee government came. Mulayam Singh Yadav ji and Mayawati ji was facing charges since several times. The DMK leaders, the Akhali leaders, they were facing charges since 1990s, and now trying to put blame on Modi government post 2014. I think this looks illogical and ridiculous.
Recently, two MLCs quit the BJP. Earlier, one more MLC quit. Why this situation has come to the BJP where its leaders are quitting the party?
As far as your specific event is concerned, I'm not aware about that, but I can say at the time of election, some people can go from here to there. But if you look at the Congress party and others, from north to south, you name a single area in which any significant leader has not left the party. I'm not the normal leader. You are talking about an MLC. I can give you half a dozen chief ministers. Koliko Pul and Prema Kandu of Arunachal.
But I am asking why the BJP?
No, I am just saying can be a certain minor things which are going on. I am not exactly aware about what you are saying about which name, but these are the party in which from north to south everybody is leaving. Amrinder Singh to Vijay Bahuguna, they are the chief ministers. And they left. मतलब उनकी तो वो स्थिति है, if you can understand in Hindi, देखी ज़माने की यारी बिछड़े सभी बारी बारी.
Well, leave other parties. Why BJP?
One Chinchan Sulu came from Congress and
In Karnataka.
People are coming and going. Something of this sort happened, but Bharatiya Janata Party is the only political party in which whosoever left the party was unable to distort, and finally they felt that it is only BJP which gives them a proper respect and recognition. In contrast, whosoever left the Congress party become bigger leader. Like Mamata Banerjee was in Congress, YSR Jagan Mohan Reddy was in Congress, Sharad Pawar ji was in Congress. They left and become the bigger leader. In our case, whosoever left, finally they realized that the level of respect and affection which they get in BJP cannot get elsewhere, from Kalyan Singh ji to Yadurappa ji.
Rahul Gandhi's conviction, what is your perspective?
Since it is a matter which is being adjudged by court, so I would not like to comment on that. But one thing I would like to say, those leaders who were saying in the case of Sri Pawan Kheda, ye satya ki jai ho gayi, when court has given them relief, are now going shamelessly to blaming the court that now the democracy is under attack. And I would just like to put forward one thing. You are portraying the entire community as corrupt. And these are the same people who say that terrorism doesn't have a religion, but corruption is having a caste. So I think This is the sheer dichotomy of the character which is being reflected. And as far as Sri Rahul Gandhi is concerned, he is not only facing this charge, he is facing several charges. In 2019 election, during the Rafale issue, he has to tender an unconditional written apology to the Supreme Court of India for misappropriating the judgment of the Supreme Court. He is the person who is still facing the proceedings in the court by RSS for wrongly misinterpreting the facts on the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. So there are several cases which he is facing. I can say just one sentence that this shows that the Congress is not only on weak wicket on moral and political ground, but also on legal ground.
Mr. Trivedi, opposition parties are trying to display that Mr. Yediyurappa has been neglected, and they are trying to show that Brahmin CM is going to come and Lingaites are going to be neglected. Will this affect the BJP votes in, especially North Karnataka?
I already said that there is whatever they say, there is a crisis of credibility with them. They are having no locus standi. As far as Sri Yediyurappa ji is concerned, you have seen the level of respect which Prime Minister has given to him. Even, you remember, we got a massive victory in Gujarat, historical victory. And Sri Yediyurappa ji was sent as an observer after the Gujarat elections in the home state of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. So this shows the level of respect and affection with BJP and the top leadership having Sri Yediyurappa ji. And rest other are, I think, they should think about their own house, in which the two warring factions of the Congress party are unable to settle down, and Congress has become a victim of duality. It's in Karnataka, the two leaders are fighting. In Rajasthan, the two leaders are fighting. In Chhattisgarh, the two leaders are fighting. So now they try to come up with this concept of duality and look into their own house in order.
With regard to CM candidate, now Bommai sir has in one meeting expressed that you will be the next chief minister. Will continue.
Our government,
And central leadership already decided on this or yet to decide?
government is working dexterously under the leadership of Sri Bommai ji. Previously, it was working marvelously under the leadership of Yediyurappa ji. So, and the organization is also working very efficiently. So, it is a fact that right now, Bommai ji is the chief minister and he is working efficiently. And finally, whatever the technically, when the decision is finalized, it is taken by this parliamentary board.
ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಕನ್ನಡ